It's the NFL on EA Sports, where we'll see who can claim Big Apple bragging rights. It's the New York Giants and the New York Jets, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
Well, Brock, the fans were out and shouting J-E-T-S Jets well before the gates opened here, and now they fill the stands of MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Joined by a former NFL quarterback up in the booth, Mr. Brock Heward. I'm Kate Scott, and Brock, you can brag if you'd like to, because I know you had quite the big arm in your days with the Huskies and the Seahawks in Seattle. Well, we've got a couple of quarterbacks here who also know how to push that football down the field.
Yeah, you got a couple QBs who are going to keep these defenses honest today, because the moment they get greedy in coverage or get too aggressive in the pocket, either of these quarterbacks can drop a dime, drop a deep throw right over him for big yardage, and maybe 6 points too.
Anders Carlson ready to get us started. And away we go from East Rutherford. He's going to field this at the 2. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. So out come the Giants, their first drive of the game coming up. They'll be led out by this promising young signal caller, already a starter in his first season out of Ole Miss.
Kate, when I watch these rookie quarterbacks running out to open a game, I think of the old World Series great pitcher Cliff Lee. And he made a one-handed play in the World Series and was asked about it afterwards. They said, man, how do you have so much poise? You didn't even look nervous on that stage. And he said, sometimes you got to fake it till you make it. You got to tell yourself you'll be just fine. And these rookie QBs, that's part of the learning curve they're climbing.
3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Caught by Theo Johnson. Get some space around midfield. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset?
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
New set of downs for him from the 46. 1st and 10, looking to throw. That pass is caught by Wan'Dale Robinson. And out of bounds right at the 40-yard line.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's Tracy. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. They go right back to Tracy. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. A gain of a lone yard, but Brock, that's all they needed. 1st down.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
They just keep working it forward early. We've got 1st and 10 now from the 35. Here's Tracy once more. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 31. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense. And now, well, now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin because we know pressure leads to sacks. And sacks in this league often leads to wins.
The Giants readying to punt, and they're going to send out the lefty, Jamie Gillen, for the kick. So this one goes out of bounds inside the 20, but not by much. They're giving him the 18-yard line. So the Jets take the field for their first drive. And bringing them out, an electrifying runner and a former first-round pick back in 2021, Justin Fields.
There's still lots of people around the NFL that believe that Justin Fields' best football's in front of them. Major believers of him as an upper-tier quarterback. And the reason why, Kate, is he's got physical traits that are just unique and different. He can run it like a running back, and he can spin a football as well. In fact, that running ability is some of the best in the game. But just continuing to build and refine his game as a passer between the tackles, that will be the key to the longevity of his career.
They gain 14 on the play. And it'll give the Jets a first down. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Here's Breece Hall on the ground for the first time. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 13 on that play. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
First down, and they go right back to him. He's got to gain a 6 there. Tyler Nubin with the tackle. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
The give on 2nd to Hall. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
He easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a first down pickup.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Going to the ground again on first. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Bobby Okereke making that stop. First down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Here's Hall once more. No gain on the play, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Out of the shotgun, Fields. Flushed out of the pocket. Now he takes it. And he'll go down here at the 16. That's 16 on the pickup. And it'll give the Jets a first down.
Well, there was no sense in taking a risk down the field when a first down was just a run away. They'll get to reset now and figure out just how they want to attack a new set of downs.
To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. It's a toss headed left with Hall. And he gets very good yardage there. That's down inside the 10. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
With all these collisions these running backs take between the tackles, sure nice to get a little crease on the outside, get in that open field, and let these runners do their thing.
2nd and 3 now. Shotgun snap to Fields. He's got it. And that's a New York touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Anders Carlson to tack on the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Jets will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Carlson all set now for the kickoff. Returnable from the 2. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The Giants taking the field for their second possession. They struggled to produce on that last series, but better results ahead as they take possession here. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that really well-covered Kate on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Dropping back to throw. Catch made, Tyrone Tracy. And that will not be enough for a 1st down.
Some certainly do it better than others, Kate, but every running back in the league today has got to do just that. You cannot be a one-dimensional back in the league anymore. You can't. You got to be able to handle your business, both toting the ball as a runner, and really importantly as a check-down outlet on short throws.
Shotgun snap, a gift to Tracy. Has the first, but wants more. He's past the 45. And he has it almost to the red zone, down at the 21-yard line. It's a huge pickup on the play. And the Giants will have a 1st down.
Anytime you go over half the field in one play, totally changes the complexion of the drive. They're now set up beautifully in enemy territory to end the series with some type of points.
Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. On the handoff, this is Tracy. Avoids a defender. We've got a foot race. And he manages to reach the 19 before he stopped. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. That's the end of the 1st quarter in this battle of New York franchises. Neither side separating much so far. More from MetLife coming right up. Second quarter about to get underway, and an opportunity to score here for the Giants. From the 19. He's got it at the 5. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. They'll have 1st and goal to go now after they gain 18 on the previous play.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Tracy is in. Touchdown, New York! The Giants start to fight back with their 1st points of this game. Graham Gano to tack on the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Giants tie this game 7-7. Gano ready to send this away. Return starts from the goal line. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. The Jets and Breece Hall about set to go on offense. And the last time they had it, they ran it down the field on him. I'd expect some better resistance up front if they try that again. On 1st and 10, it's Fields. Tried to connect, but it winds up incomplete.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Hall takes it straight ahead. And it's a 3-yard gain through the traffic. Bobby Okereke making that stop.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Fields on 3rd. And that one's too far in front of them, so now they're facing 4th down.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
4th down punt upcoming, Brock, and here's Austin McNamara to put his leg into it. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. The Giants and Tyrone Tracy are running back on now. Call that a booming 56 yards in the end. And it'll be Giants football. To the air now on 1st and 10. On the move, headed right. Decent yardage picked up here before he slides down to avoid the tackle.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. A handoff to Tracy. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
What was supposed to move the chains or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead? Well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
And it's a nickel look for the Jets, 3rd down. He's dropping back to throw. He's on the move. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Mano y mano, so many battles there at the line of scrimmage, and it does come down to those one-on-one situations. Who's put in the work, who's put in the effort, and who can execute to create that negative play, that big sack for this defense.
Here's Jamie Gillen on again for the punt. Xavier Gibson on to return for the Jets. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. Takes it in at the 26. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. It's a 61-yard punt that time. And it'll be Jets football. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. 1st down throw for Fields. Escapes the pocket. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Yeah, this is a time where offensively you got to regroup. You got to get in that huddle. You know, and quarterback is the most important leadership position. Everyone's looking at you. And as a QB, after taking a sack like that, golly, you got to flush it, instill some confidence, and move this ball forward.
They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. Trying again following the sack. He gets it complete to Josh Reynolds. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
That can be a hopeless feeling when you fire a curl route right into zone coverage perfectly like that. Unless that curl happens to be right next to where one of your guys is sitting, that pass can hum in there and there's nothing this defense can do.
They'll throw on 3rd and long. Complete beyond the marker. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
From the gun, it's Hall. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Not sure if it was a missed assignment on the line, a dominant play on his part, or maybe a little bit of both, Kate, but look at those dudes down there defensively. Man, they are fired up after that stick behind the line.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. They go right back to Hall. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Moving in the right direction that time, but only 2 yards picked up, so it's 3rd and 9.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
3rd and long for him here. That's caught for the 1st. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Shotgun snap, a give to Hall. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back, because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Hall gets it again on 2nd down. And he's going to fight his way forward for a modest pickup to the 43. They'll get that yard back, but no more. It's 3rd and 10. So it's the 2-minute warning here from MetLife. The Jets trying to make some noise before halftime. 3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? Fields out of the gun. Along the sideline, he brings it in. They say he got the feet down too. Excellent work. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
That's a pro's pro right there. That is one heck of an experienced catch. He made sure to secure the ball, but he also knew exactly where the sideline was to get both feet down.
They're now set for 1st and 10. From the red zone now. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Has it at the 7. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
As a quarterback, when you throw that curl route, you know it's a tight window, Kate, but the minute that DB turns and can't react to the throw, you put it right on your receiver's numbers. He comes back and gets it and moves the sticks.
Another throw for Fields. And he has the catch, gets both feet in, that's a touchdown! The Jets get some late points and the lead. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. Sometimes these dudes can be a quarterback's best friend, finding the tight end in the end zone for 6.
And it really has been that way for decades when you think about it, Kate. From John Mackey to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. The position can be such a mismatch when you're throwing for the end zone.
Carlson now to add one more. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Jets break that tie and now lead by 7. Carlson all set now for the kickoff. Gray now on the return. They'll bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. The Giants offense all set to get started. They're trailing, but there's enough time, Brock, that they could get a scoring drive to attack that here before the break. 1st and 10 now from the 30. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. That's complete to Darius Slayton. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Back to throw. He's on the move. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Another try following the sack. Connects with Johnson. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Quincy Williams making the tackle.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
The Giants moving quickly. They're in the hurry up here. Here he is on 3rd and long. Has it downfield, working the left. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. Here's a throw. Catch is made down the right sideline. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
Kate, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. And without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page, because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. He'll throw it yet again. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Graham Gano and the Giants field goal unit out. Ball on the right hash, the distance 43 yards. The kick by Gonzalez is good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. We will not get another play here, Brock. That's to an E. Time's going to run out on the half. That brings us to the break. The Jets with a halftime lead here in East Rutherford. Now we'll send you down the East Coast to Orlando. Turn things over to our buddy Jonathan Coachman in the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, sit tight. We'll get back to you and Brock in just a moment. But for now, this is our halftime report. We got an excellent first half from the dynamic quarterback, Justin Fields. His 2 touchdown passes helped pave the way for his guys to take this lead into the intermission. Both these teams ready for the fight ahead. We're ready to get back to it as well. And to do just that, we'll hand it back over to Kate and Brock.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our third quarter. Return starts from the goal line. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. So here's the Jets offense getting ready to start our third quarter. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They start the drive with Hall. And he'll get it up to the 44. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. Fields on 1st down. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
They would sure love to connect on some of these intermediate throws, those chunk throws. Getting a completion like that, well, not only does it spark your offense, but it just sets you up for even more aggressive play calling.
2nd down and 10. Fields has him on the quick hitter. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Hall running between the tackles. And that's good for a gain of 5. Bobby Okereke making that stop. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
The humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
From the 37. Short pass brought in. And they take him down right along the 30. And that play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
1st and 10 now from the 30. They run. Here's Hall. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
Offense set for a 1st and 10. It's Hall on the carry. Jukes one defender. And he found a little room to turn it into a nice gain down to the 6. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Here's Hall on the give. And he will take it in. Touchdown, New York. The Jets grow the lead coming out of halftime. Breece Hall with the touchdown. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Carlson good on the extra point. And the Jets drive their lead to 11. Carlson all set now for the kickoff. Gray now on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. New York taking over once again. The offense heading out. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
Kate, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
Gets this to Johnson. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. Big gain, 14 on the play. And the Giants will have a first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. From the gun, it's Tracy. And they're going to bring him down after a good gain to the 40. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
From the 40 on 2nd down. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. So it's going to be 3rd and short coming up. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
They had the first down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
Ball at the 33 for first down. Setting up a throw. Chased out to his right. He takes it himself. And they had that one contained right at the line. Quincy Williams making the tackle.
You know, sometimes, Kate, that pocket could be a lonely place. You're searching and searching for an escape valve, and there's none to be had. That time, nowhere to go, and he was lucky to get back to the line before the defense swarmed him.
A give to Tracy up the middle. And he gets this forward to the 19. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Here's Tracy. And he's brought down for a loss.
Kate, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss.
The back's got it. And he's going to take this across. Touchdown, New York. The Giants start the second half with some needed points. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
And now the Giants keeping the offense on the field. We've got a 2-point attempt coming up. He's throwing for it. Escapes the pocket. And they get the 2-point conversion. He's in the lead, only a field goal now. Critical 2-point play there, Brock. The conversion puts them now in range of tying this sucker up with a field goal.
So different for everybody in the building, right? A 3-point game, and especially different for the kicker. He wasn't needed there, but get yourself ready. Your defense does the job. You may need a game-tying field goal at some point soon.
Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Gibson now to return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Jets back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And as some running lanes have closed, he's just found some new ones. Continuing to hit this defense. More good numbers well into this second half. On 1st and 10, it's Fields. Stays in the pocket. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
This is one of those cases, Kate, where basketball and football blend together. You know, great zone defenses in basketball. You think about them through the years. They trust one another. They know where they are as defenders on that court. Same thing in coverage. When you trust one another, when you communicate, good things happen. Just like that, you suffocate a pocket because there's nowhere for the quarterback to go.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Running this with Hall. And it's a nice gain off a really good effort there just to stay upright. A nice pickup of 6. That's going to bring up 3rd down 9.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this beast down.
Fields on 3rd. He puts some power on a deep one left. Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect, and now they're stuck facing 4th down. Garrett Wilson, the intended receiver, and they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big play, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off this defense again.
Fields this clean at the 30. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Officially a 55-yard launch. And they're going to take over possession. Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. He locates Daniel Bellinger. And he'll be brought down a step or 2 shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
Well, nothing very fancy about that. That's just a textbook curl route. I think they were running curl routes last century, and it's a play that works a high percentage of the time then, just like it did now.
Staying between the tackles with Tracy. And he's stopped, so that's going to take us to the end of the third. Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. It's Giants football. They're on a mission here. They trail entering the fourth. New set of downs for him at the 38. First down, and they go right back to him. And he runs this one down across the 35 and inside the 30. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
From the 29. Catch is made in close. Touchdown, New York. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
This is the time of the game where your legs just get a little bit tired, but that was a determined-looking drive right there. They were not going to be denied, and they're able to score and take the lead.
Now a try to go up by 4, put it out of the range of a field goal. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Giants take a 4-point lead. Gano ready to send this away. Wangu now to return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Now here comes the New York offense. They find themselves down here in the 4th after that touchdown. This game could end up depending on how they respond right here. First down throw for Fields. Completed to Reynolds. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
They give on 2nd to Hall. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Perception and reality, Kate. The perception out there from the public is edge rushers are defined by their sacks. The reality in a locker room and in the huddle is you could be defined by your relentlessness. And his motor never stopped. Helped him track it down for a loss on the outside.
They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Shotgun snap to Fields. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that'll bring up 4th down.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And he's brought down before the return gets far. 65 yards on the punt there. And it'll be their football. The Giants are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And as we see some of the highlights from their showing, his work a big part of why they're in front right now. Having a night, he's had a firm grip on the wheel and has really driven them to this advantage. Hits his running back. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Here's 2nd and 5. Gets this to Slayton. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Throwing from the gun. Able to hit Robinson, complete. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
Textbook hitch route. Just hit him in the short field and deliver it once that defense turns their attention elsewhere. Okay, this is a low-ceiling play, but a reliable source of yardage.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Shotgun snap, a gift to Tracy. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. They get 6 and a first down as well.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the first down. Just get to a manageable 3rd down, but instead they move the chains, and that is one disheartening look on that defense.
To throw here on first down. Into traffic, complete. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage or just simply not seeing the 2 defenders. Either way, what a tremendous throw and catch that earns some momentum.
On the handoff, this is Tracy. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. Only a yard on the pickup, so that's going to bring them to 3rd down and 3. Back to throw it. Connects with Slayton. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
The Giants are set to punt. It's going to be Jamie Gillen doing the honors. And they were giving him no chance to return this one. It soars over the sideline deep in enemy territory. Looks like right around the 8. The Jets out to begin another drive. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. He's on the move. He's keeping it. They get 13 on the pickup. And it'll give the Jets a first down.
Well, I can promise you, that was the goal from the moment he took off. He kept his eyes locked on the chains. And it's almost like he had a spidey sense. He knew exactly where to get in order to move the sticks and get that critical first down.
Out of the shotgun, Fields. Bails out of the pocket quick. Oh, he's calling his own number again. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Well, I can tell you what, that was the goal from the moment he took off. Kept his eyes locked on the chains and made sure he set them up with a new set of downs. Well done.
They're set up at the 35 now. Fields out of the gun. Caught by Lazard. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
2nd and 6 now. He'll get this complete to Lazard. And he has them a first down, which they will tackle on the other side of this 2-minute warning. He'll look to throw it. Escapes the pocket. He keeps it and takes off. The Jets take their first time out. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting that first. Back to throw. That's brought in by Lazard. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11.
Kate, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes, just like that.
Anticipated the quick staccato pass there. It's knocked away, incomplete. That one firmly denied by the man in coverage. So now they have 3rd and short.
With all due respect to some of the great linebackers back in the day, to play the position today, man, you've got to be versatile. You can't just be a come up and stuff the run. You got to play coverage. And these defenses more and more rely on you to break up throws just like that.
Getting out to his left. And he scores. It's a New York touchdown. The Jets jump in front late. It's a Justin Fields touchdown. So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything you could have wanted. And now, even though they've taken the lead, there's still enough time on that other sideline for them to go mount a response.
Pretty important PAT here, Brock, to make it a field goal game. And he shakes out the pressure to nail the point after, and now an opposing field goal would only tie this game. Carlson all set now for the kickoff. Starting from the 5. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. The Giants ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. He finds Johnson. Just a couple of yards here as he heads for the sideline.
Just stay on schedule. Just stay on schedule, right? SOS. Bad thing on a ship. Good thing on a football field. Even a little completion keeps this offense on schedule.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Tight end going in motion here. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So now they're going to have to figure out this 3rd down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. To throw. Buys time. And Willie, no, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Final quarter, this quarterback's just feeling the need to do a little extra, try to make something happen outside the pocket. But the problem, defense wouldn't let them. They had that same kind of urgency. They want to make some plays of their own before they hit the showers, and they got one right there with that.
That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. And this one may be out of reach now because the defense comes through with 6. Went to the oh well one too many times, Brock, and this time the defense was ready for it.
Now, you make as many catches as he has in this game, you're going to attract some extra attention. They knew it was probably going his way in the near future, and they had somebody there waiting for it that time.
Carlson to tack on the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Jets make it a 10-point ball game. A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. He's going to field this at the 2. He's stopped on the return at the 27. The visitors returning their offense and this running back to the field. And his production is carried over into this second half. He keeps on running well even with the workload they've placed upon him. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Back to the air following the pick six. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. Looking for his wide receiver there. And it sets up 2nd down.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive down the field. Those windows and throwing lanes, Kate, they're not open very long. And it only takes a little bit for a throw to be thrown off.
2nd and 10 now. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And then brings up 3rd down. Looking to throw it. And this won't be caught. Clock is going to stop. We've got 14 seconds to go. No luck finding his receiver that time. So that brings up 4th and long.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
Desperation time here on 4th. That's cut beyond the marker. And he'll get it up to the 44. The timeout's taken now as we have 1, possibly 2 snaps remaining in this ball game. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. He'll throw it yet again. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down. One final shot here. Taking a final shot at the end zone. And that pass falls incomplete. Well, they kept trying. They kept taking shots to the very end. But now we have reached that end. This one's over. So the win goes to the Jets. And it was a game for fans of high-scoring football, wasn't it? I know Brock was enjoying seeing both of these offenses work, and really not a lot to dislike from either group. Just one side working at a slightly better clip than the other. That was the difference in the win. So for Brock Heward and all of our crew, I'm Kate Scott, wrapping up another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a well-earned win for the Jets as we say so long from New York.